Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. It was the 10th anniversary of Sonic, but you knew that. It was also the first Sonic game on a third-party system, the GameCube, but you knew that too. What you didn't know is nothing. I'm making a video about a game that everyone knows everything about. The one thing that is different is a poorly drawn bread is going to ramble at you. The adventure kicks off with Sonic escaping from a gun chopper, gun being the guardian unit of nations. Basically, the worldwide military, or the Avengers, but without those superpowers. So, not that. Cut to the iconic city escape level, where Sonic slides down hills, dodging traffic and obstacles, or hitting them. As Sonic nears escape, Shadow the Hedgehog, introduced as the ultimate life form, intervenes, leading to Sonic's recapture. Meanwhile, in the desert, Knuckles and Rouge battle over a giant emerald, which Eggman steals. Knuckles, in response, shatters the Master Emerald, and this sets up the treasure hunting gameplay loop. Tails then attempts a prison break to free Sonic, but gets sidetracked by saving Amy from Eggman. Side note, good touch. As Tails is someone that follows Sonic around, it's cool to see the blue blur's effect on his companions, pushing Tails to act before thinking. Well, he would save her anyway, but I believe he's been written more as a coward in the newer titles. Amy wants to rescue Sonic too, though it's unclear how she knows about this situation. Was the super secret base and capture televised? The three eventually escape, but their efforts are complicated by Eggman's plan to destroy the island, and Sonic's first battle with Shadow. Eggman then fires a massive laser to the moon. The island wasn't enough. This causes a crisis, placing heavy decisions into the president's hands. Submit or be destroyed. Then, two fugitives enter his limo, as if it wasn't bad enough. Those fugitives are Tails, who's acquired a $1 million bounty after breaking Sonic out of prison and mowing down an entire police force just to break into the president's limo, and Sonic, who's being blamed for crimes he didn't commit, but has evaded the law and is now breaking into the president's limo. Oh my god! Are we the bad guys? Not Eggman bad, but not squeaky clean either. The poor president's gonna have a heart attack. They track Eggman to space and use a fake Chaos Emerald to attempt to disrupt his plan. Amy, however, is left to wander around the space colony, armed with side character energy, and eventually is captured by Eggman. In the final hours, Sonic uses the fake Chaos Emerald to save his own life after being jettisoned into space and confronts Shadow, who's impressed by Sonic's use of Chaos Control. Me too. No idea how he did that. The story wraps up with Sonic stopping the cannon from firing, but he does this in space. Guess I can't be too surprised. He's a talking hedgehog with powers from a rock. Anything's fair game. Now, over to the
Dark Side Story. Long live the Eggman Empire.
I hope this will fill in the blanks, otherwise it's going to be a rough ride. This side starts with Eggman breaking into Gun's base looking for information on a secret weapon. Using password Maria, he encounters Shadow, who he mistakenly thinks is Sonic due to their similar design, but I think everyone's just colorblind. We get some flashbacks that reveal Shadow's past, introducing Maria the password, while in the present, Shadow's evading Gun and the law. Rouge sneaks around Eggman's base and uncovers the details about the Arc in the Eclipse Cannon, which Eggman's trying to reactivate. Shadow explains to Eggman all about the power of the Arc and the Death Star. Eclipse Cannon. It really feels like Shadow's the puppet master at Eggman here, manipulating his want for greed and power and fame. The team's plan is to go and destroy Prison Island, but Rouge gets trapped and reveals that she's likely to die. Shadow, haunted by memories of Maria, saves her reluctantly after a fight with Sonic. We cut to Rouge's snooping continuing, as the near-death experience stops no one, and Shadow discovers Rouge's intentions and the truth about Project Shadow. Rouge then asks the big questions here, questioning Shadow's identity. Now, Shadow is a lesson in self-confidence, because this guy is unflinching. He knows who he is. He walks off badass as ever. Still stuck on Maria, but that's alright. He then takes his confidence and goes beat Sonic. This story ends with Eggman bumping to some theme music to celebrate his new egg empire, but is met with a system failure. But no, it's his grandpa taking over the system.
The ultimate life form. Chaos control.
Space
Desperation.
Supersonic.
Collision. Untamed power.
Maria
Chaos.
Professor Gerald.
The truth about 50 years ago.
Sonic Adventure 2. Last episode. Wishes are eternal.
Gramps, from the grave, beams his prison video to the entire planet, telling them they're about to die, dino style. The narrative goes on to reveal that Gerald went mad after Maria's death and planned revenge by crashing the Ark into the planet. Armed with this information, everyone except Shadow, who's not there, and Amy, who does nothing, agree to work together to stop the planet's destruction and save their own lives. This leads to a mission where you play as each character, excluding Shadow, on their way to the reactor. While this is happening, Amy finds Shadow staring into the abyss and strikes up a conversation, triggering some PTSD with some magical keywords, leading to more thoughts of Maria. Where Maria wanted Shadow to give people on Earth a chance. And this makes our boy shed a tear. Damn it, I'm in. Shadow then arrives at the core where Knuckles and Sonic are staring at the Bio-Lizard, or the first ultimate life form. Shadow tells them to get the emeralds while he fights the lizard. I love this. He gets to fight the internal conflict he is having. Yes, he's the ultimate life form, but providing the character with a physical manifestation of that struggle with a cool boss fight? It's beautiful. And they're remaking this fight, I'm so happy! Where was I? Shadow beats the lizard's first phase, and after a quick game of dice, Sonic and Shadow use the power of the emeralds to manifest Super Sonic, Super Shadow, creating the strongest memory of my childhood, the final boss. And the song playing throughout this fight is forever the best boss music. Live and learn.
Can you feel life moving through your mind?
This is not objective,
Looks like it came back from
but it is correct. You beat the popsicle lizard and enter a beautiful cutscene, where Sonic and Shadow use Chaos Control to reset the position of the space colony. However, Shadow was running out of energy after the boss battle and in saving the planet. He was the sacrifice, falling to Earth, dying, fulfilling the final wishes of Maria. Sonic returns to the ship, letting everyone know that Shadow is gone, and we see some really somber moments between all the characters. This shot of Eggman in particular is amazing.
As a child, I looked up to my grandfather because of all the great things he accomplished in his life. He was my hero, and I wanted to be a great scientist like him. But did he really mean to destroy us?
I don't know, but what I do know is we all did it together!
Until Tails talks. I was getting all choked up here. All the layers of his character being revealed in just a few lines of dialogue, and bam! Tails hits us with the most positive power of friendship moment. Like, read the room. Ugh. And Eggman just has to breathe and agree. Now the scene makes complete sense, and I'm not bashing Tails too hard here. But when you see Eggman open up and display some inner workings just to realize he needs to bury it back down, it hurts. We also see this happen with Sonic to a lesser degree, where he's stuck on Shadow, reflecting on the ultimate life form, but has to put on the hero face for Amy and the others to move everyone along and get home, ending with a goodbye to Shadow. 10 out of 10. This is the greatest thing Sega has done for this franchise. The story was stupid and perfect. It knows it's a video game story and plays with that along the way, being both silly and serious. And then you get to the end and it all comes together with this impactful conclusion, meshing the stories together and providing depth to the characters. I think this story and the Chow Garden are the reason this is viewed as the best Sonic game we've gotten. Because it's not this. Tails and Eggman, run and gun. That's it. I don't mind these sections in the game. I know everyone hates them. I think they would be better or just okay if you could turn it down. All of the kills me. I discovered that the modding community did fix this. Thank you. All you do in these sections is spin the joystick and slash B. Why? Why is that all there is? In order to get a big combo, you need to hold down the gun and then release only when you have the highest kill count available. That means you're stuck with the beep of the gun the whole time. I mean, you unlock the hover for Eggman and Tails, but that really only becomes evident on your replaying of the stages. That allows you to get challenges and secrets, but the main stage design is pretty clear where it wants you to go. Wouldn't it be cool if these stages, like, show off the genius that is the two characters? I don't know, make it a puzzle sequence. Oh, I know. Puzzles. Or have the player make the fake Chaos Emerald or something. That would allow for the break and the go fast sections, but also add more depth and possible enjoyment for the genius sections. I know this was made in 2001, but I can dream. Sonic and Shadow, speed, automation, and rail grinding. It didn't seem to work that well. I looked into this and it seemed super cool in the Sega Genesis, but with the ports, it appears to have died. That's rough. It leads to some unfortunate deaths because I can't make those finite movements. Outside of that, the Sonic and Shadow gameplay is super satisfying. The automation of the levels are small, but when present feel appropriate. The environments feel varied and unique. It was rewarding to play around with these levels, looking for shortcuts or hidden secrets like Big the Cat. I mean, Big's in every level, but it gave the impression of difficulty on the go fast levels. Knuckles and Rouge. Treasure hunting time. I love these stages, or at least I really want to. It's a break in the go fast mentality, so I can understand the friction it will provide to some players, but damn it. Be Hunter Treasure Me Am, and it works with the character design and flows well enough. What stops me from loving it, and what made me despise each time I saw the red and purple logo appeared, was the execution. The camera. I've been educated that Sega Genesis didn't have camera controls, so no version of the game will. However, not being able to look up or down, hell, not even being able to look around on certain maps without the camera jolting me to its intended angle has me losing my mind. Then there's the hot and cold system for finding the emeralds. It's only sequential. I walked past so many emerald locations without ever knowing. Why wouldn't this be active for all 3 slots? I hate this part of the game so much that I want it to come back in a Sonic game, but better. Show me, no, the world that this could be amazing. No further thoughts. That's not true. I have a lot of thoughts, but I need to let this one go for my own good. Pumpkin Hill, though? Well, that's good. That slaps like DK64's main theme. Listen to both of those songs, please. Chow Garden. I'm working on it. It won't be in this video. I know. I'm sorry. But this video had to come out, and I need to do a separate video on that. Let me know what type of Chow content you want, if any. Again, I'm sorry. It will happen. Probably. It is the best part of the game, though. There's also kart racing. It's hard. I don't get it. Play Sonic Riders. That one's good. Look, JPEG.